What started as a seemingly mundane congressional subcommittee hearing on digital assets rapidly devolved into one of the most explosive live TV political confrontations in recent memory. The topic was cryptocurrency regulation, specifically the future of digital currencies like Dogecoin, and yet, within mere minutes, the hearing ignited into a storm of insults, fiery rebuttals, and a moment so scalding it sent shockwaves through Congress and across the internet. In the center of it all stood Representative Jasmine Crockett, whose surgical dismantling of Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't just shake the walls of Capitol Hill, it practically melted the floor. It began as these hearings often do, with Republicans and Democrats taking their positions, offering prepared statements, and trying to score points with their respective bases. But when Marjorie Taylor Greene grabbed the mic, the temperature in the room spiked immediately. Greene, known for embracing conspiracy theories and often veering far off topic during legislative sessions, took the moment as an opportunity to unload a barrage of unhinged claims, targeting cryptocurrency, its investors, and even Dogecoin itself. She accused the meme coin of being a weapon created by radical technocrats and liberal elites to erode the value of the American dollar and destroy the nuclear family. Greene didn't stop there. She waved around a color printout of a meme showing the iconic Shiba Inu DOGE mascot wearing sunglasses in front of a burning city skyline. This, she announced dramatically, is what our children are seeing. This is what's replacing values and hard work. A joke coin, made by joke people, for a joke generation. The chamber tensed. A few members exchanged looks of disbelief. Some tried to stifle laughs, and others leaned forward, sensing something was about to erupt. That eruption came when Jasmine Crockett, calm but visibly astonished, tapped her mic. "Madam Chair," she said coolly, "I'd like to formally request that Representative Greene's meme exhibit be entered into the record, so that historians, in the future, can locate the precise moment when Congress officially jumped the shark." The remark triggered a wave of laughter across the chamber. Even the stenographer paused, then continued typing with a smirk. But Crockett wasn't there to joke. Her voice sharpened, and her expression tightened as she stared across the aisle. "Representative Greene, with all due respect, the American people deserve better than a political monologue based on Reddit memes and fictional deep state plots." The room fell silent. Crockett continued. "Dogecoin is a satirical cryptocurrency. It was created as a joke, to mock the speculative madness of the financial markets. And yet somehow, even as a joke, it functions better than your arguments do today." The gloves were off. Greene tried to push back, alleging that Crockett was defending corrupt billionaires and communist crypto bros. But her attempt at regaining control crumbled almost immediately. Crockett, unbothered, responded, "Let's not pretend you care about financial systems when just last month you were calling for eliminating the IRS. You don't want oversight. You want chaos, because chaos gets you clicks. And God forbid you read an actual policy paper." Gasps echoed through the chamber. Greene, red-faced, scrambled to her binder and tried to shift the narrative, invoking Elon Musk and claiming that he had used Dogecoin to fund woke science initiatives. Whatever that meant. Crockett's reply cut like a blade. "You flip-flop on Elon faster than a used car dealership changes ads. First he's your hero, then your villain, now your scapegoat. Which is it today, friend or foe? Or just whichever role earns you the most retweets?" Greene snapped back. "You don't understand what's happening to the dollar." But Crockett didn't let her finish. "No. What's happening to the dollar is inflation caused by global supply chain issues, corporate price gouging, and a post-pandemic economy trying to stabilize, not a dog-themed joke coin. And if you don't know that, maybe you are in the wrong hearing." At this point, even normally reserved members of Congress were watching intently. Crockett wasn't just schooling Greene, she was teaching a live, unscripted course in economic reality, political accountability, and rhetorical dominance. Her words were fiery, but they were backed with substance. She brought receipts, citing actual data on DOGE's market cap fluctuations, the SEC's evolving digital asset policies, and the bipartisan concern over crypto-based scams. She reminded the room that while Greene chased cartoon mascots, real families were being wiped out by unregulated pump and dump schemes that the GOP had repeatedly blocked oversight on. "Let's talk about real disasters," Crockett thundered. "Let's talk about a young mom in Georgia who lost her savings to a fake crypto scheme. Or a black entrepreneur in Dallas who was targeted by influencers pushing get-rich-quick scams because no one was watching the regulators. You want to talk about a DOGE disaster? The disaster is that this Congress wastes time on your fantasies while people suffer. Greene attempted a final pivot, dragging in the Chinese Communist Party, accusing them of mining DOGE to destroy American hegemony. It was so absurd, so deeply unhinged, that the chamber audibly groaned. Crockett didn't miss a beat. China isn't mining DOGE. DOGE is not even a proof of work coin anymore. That's like saying the moon landing was faked by NFT artists. Please, stop embarrassing this institution. The audience couldn't contain itself. Laughter spilled out. Greene, visibly shaken, shouted, "You are mocking me." Crockett, deadpan, replied, "No, you did that all by yourself." It was one of those rare congressional moments where everyone knew they were witnessing political history. The clash wasn't just about crypto. It wasn't even really about Dogecoin. It was about truth versus fantasy, competence versus chaos, substance versus spectacle. Crockett didn't just win the argument, she rendered Greene's entire approach obsolete. As the hearing closed, Greene was seen furiously texting her staffers while avoiding reporters. Crockett, on the other hand, walked calmly to the press gallery. Her message was short, but powerful. "I'm not here for viral moments. I'm here for truth. But if truth goes viral, so be it." The press couldn't get enough. Clips of the takedown were spliced, captioned, and spread across every major social platform within the hour. #Crockett vs Greene, #Doge disaster, and #crypto clownery began trending within minutes. Political commentators from CNN to TikTok creators began analyzing every line of Crockett's retort. One late-night host dubbed it the roast of the decade, while a CNBC anchor called it the only moment of clarity Congress has had on crypto this year. Meanwhile, voters began taking notice. Crockett's office was inundated with calls, messages, and emails from constituents expressing pride, encouragement, and even relief that someone was finally pushing back against the circus. What began as an ordinary congressional session on emerging cryptocurrency regulation became one of the most talked about political brawls of the year, a surreal and explosive clash between Representative Jasmine Crockett and the ever-controversial Marjorie Taylor Greene. No one could have predicted that Dogecoin, a meme-born cryptocurrency adored by internet jokesters and Elon Musk fans alike, would become the epicenter of congressional chaos. But when Greene took the floor, waving around printouts of Doge memes and spouting off digital-era conspiracy theories, it quickly became clear that this wasn't going to be a typical policy hearing. Within minutes, the chamber was a circus of wild claims, personal insults, and a dismantling so thorough that the internet could barely keep up. And at the heart of it all stood Jasmine Crockett, cool, calculated, and devastatingly effective in taking Greene apart, one absurd claim at a time. Greene's entrance into the conversation had all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. She had clearly come prepared, but not with facts or policy insights. No, Greene's evidence came in the form of enlarged meme printouts, Dogecoin graphs that looked like they were pulled from Reddit comments, and a dramatically highlighted document titled "Digital Manipulation: The Left's Crypto Takeover." Her voice, already loud from the start, rose to a crescendo as she claimed Dogecoin was part of a shadow financial network built by liberals to fund anarchist groups, woke science, and secret elections. It was political performance art at its most bewildering, and yet entirely on brand for the Georgia congresswoman. Jasmine Crockett, however, was having none of it. Sitting with her arms crossed and her gaze locked on Greene, she waited patiently until Greene finished what could only be described as a crypto conspiracy monologue. And then, with the kind of rhetorical timing that only comes from razor-sharp intellect, she delivered the first slice. "So let me get this straight, you are telling the American people that a joke coin with a dog face is part of a master plot to overthrow the government?" The dry delivery, paired with her incredulous expression, was enough to send a ripple of laughter through the room.